A 15-year-old boy died last night due to the shelling of the Kharkiv ECOPARK. He helped his parents evacuate the animals, said the founder of the ECOPARK, Alexander Feldman. According to him, 2 park employees were injured during the same shelling. Today, while trying to take out African buffaloes, already the 6th volunteer died, a boy born in 2008. The people who were with him were seriously injured. Doctors are fighting for the life of each of them. 2 Russian soldiers were brought to the hospital at the same time. It is unknown how they get to the park. All vehicles which people used to arrive here were destroyed. Last night, the Russian military fired on LOZOVA community. An 87-year-old woman was killed in a rocket attack. 1 private house was destroyed. The mayor of LOZOVA, Serhiy Zelensky, reported about it. Today was a tragic day. Our territorial community was fired at with rockets. There is 1 victim, 1 person died. Last night, the Russian army fired on one of the last gas stations in Luhansk region. The shells also hit the railway facility near Severodonetsk. This was announced by the head of the Luhansk Regional State Administration, Serhiy Haidai. Railway sleepers and grass on a total area of 400 square meters started burning. There was a threat of burning the company's tanks. Firefighters managed to put out the fire. All in all, the Russian military has opened fire on residential areas and infrastructure 16 times. This is half of the recorded number of shellings throughout the region. 12 houses, an electric substation, a complex of commercial buildings were damaged. Serhiy Haidai reported about 2 victims in his Telegram channel. Last night, the armed forces of the Russian Federation hit with an airstrike the city of Sviatohirsk in Kramatorsk area. As a result of enemy shelling, the Holy Mountains Lavra of the Holy Dormition in Donetsk region was damaged. The hit happened on the dormitory building. 7 people were injured. This was reported by the press service of the prosecutor's office of Donetsk region. This is not the first time the shrine, which has become refuge for refugees, has come under fire from the Russian military. The Russian military continues to storm the territory of the AZOVSTAL plant, using aircraft, artillery and infantry. Civilians and wounded Ukrainian servicemen remain under fire, and Deputy Commander of the Azov Regiment, Sviatoslav Palamar, calls for their immediate evacuation. The defenders of the city are fighting one-on-one with the outnumbering forces of the enemy and show such an endurance and heroism that Ukraine should know what it means to be faithful to the motherland. I call on the world community to evacuate civilians, and I personally appeal to the Commander-in-Chief to take care of the wounded soldiers who are dying in agony from inadequate treatment. Give the opportunity to collect the bodies of soldiers so that Ukrainians can say goodbye to their heroes. Respond appropriately to a critical situation in which the enemy does not adhere to any ethical norms, conventions and laws, destroying people in front of the world, guided by permissiveness and impunity. Glory to Ukraine. A doctor who provides assistance to the wounded at AZOVSTAL also stressed the need to evacuate the wounded from the territory of the plant. I don't remember what day of the war it is today. People are dying from bullets, starvation, the wounded are dying in agony from lack of medicine and unsanitary conditions. There is no time. I don't know if I have tomorrow. Before the war, I had never seen death. I worked in the ambulance service. We always helped people as much as we could. But here, it hurts me to watch people die on our hands just because of a lack of antibiotics in 2022. From purulent wounds. At the same time, we are constantly shelled from the sea, air and land. I beg you to withdraw all people, including the military, from the territory of AZOVSTAL and stop this horror. (1,468) explosive devices have been neutralized by pyrotechnic units over the past 24 hours, and an area of about 300 hectares has been inspected, the State Emergency Service of Ukraine said. A total of 94,377 bombs and mines have been neutralized since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion. Ihor had lived in besieged Mariupol for 2 months without gas, electricity and water, and then decided that he needed to escape. He managed to go almost 200 kilometers on foot. He had a backpack and a handcart with clothes to change, most of which he threw away on the road. He was accompanied by his pet dog Zhuzha. I had a bucket with me, lit the firewood and made some tea. I sat down, smoked, rested, got up. "Let's go, we have to go," I said to my dog, and she was lying. She turned away, ready to die. I put her on her feet and said, "Grandpa is waiting for us, let's go, we have to go." Igor and Zhuzha were walking for 5 days. The 61-year-old man says that due to physical exhaustion from a long stay in the basement, it was the most difficult to go up the hills. Each ascent was given with effort. However, he was lucky. On the way, Igor and his dog were picked up by a truck driver. He drove me for about 80 kilometers to Zaporizhia. I wouldn't be able to. He saved my life. And her life too. In 2 hours I was in Zaporizhia. How I thanked him then. In Zaporizhia, he went to a volunteer center, where he was given a separate room and the opportunity to take a shower, eat and relax. Now, Igor and Zhuzha live with relatives in Kyiv. The man is getting used to light and water, and the dog recovers from calluses in their paws.